people peacefully having a protest, and these Antifa Democrats tend to show up and turn up anti-ICE. Interesting thing is, protest held by Americans, natural-born Americans, you can barely see American flags. We have immigrants that have more American flags. What a fascinating scene.
Protesters remain on the streets of Iran defying a government crackdown. A US-based human rights activist news agency says at least 538 people have been killed. Iran's president blames the US and Israel for sowing chaos and disorder and is warning he will retaliate if the country is attacked by the Trump administration.
Unrest across Iran is escalating as the regime cracks down on government protests amid a major internet blackout. 70 people have reportedly been killed and thousands more are detained. Now, earlier today, US President Donald Trump posted on Truth Social saying Iran is looking at freedom, perhaps like never before. The USA stands ready to help.
Through Friday night, the protests continued. Don't underestimate the bravery of chanting this in Iran. Death to the dictator, death to Khamenei. There is a near total internet shutdown, but still some videos do make it out via Elon Musk's Starlink, though the authorities are trying to jam that too. It limits what we know about what's going on and how people inside the country connect. But it hasn't stopped them gathering, not yet. Huge crowds in Mashhad, Iran's second largest city, and where the Ayatollah was born. Streets packed here in an area of northern Tehran, chanting around the fire. There's a sense of jubilation and of momentum here, given the scale of this protest. In Karaj, near Tehran, a key municipal building in flames. And elsewhere in the same city, the sound of the authorities' response. They're trying to kill us, a man says off camera. We don't know how tough the crackdown has been. That's half the point of shutting down the internet.
We saw back during November 2019, if you remember those national uprisings, and that basically we saw a week-long internet shutdown, during which time the regime used the blackout to help them basically massacre protesters. Estimates are 1,500 protesters that we know of were killed during that blackout.
But state TV shows how the regime tries to intimidate those on the streets, sending in swarms of men on motorbikes. We will not give in to rioters. We will put them in their place, this man says. Our master is not Trump, another yells. We give our life for our master. We give our life for this flag. But the old pre-revolutionary flag is also making an appearance. And a figure from the past who wants to be a part of Iran's future. Reza Pahlavi, son of the former Shah, or king, who's been in exile in the US for most of his life. Now he's making calls for the protesters to keep going and to seize the city centres, and for key workers to go on strike.
I too am preparing to return to the homeland, so that at the time of our national revolution's victory, I can be beside you, the great nation of Iran. I believe that day is very near.
It's not clear how much support Pahlavi has inside Iran, but cries of "Long live the Shah" and "the Shah for eternity" would have been unheard of before and will bolster his confidence. Donald Trump has repeated his threats that he'll step in to defend the protesters.
I've made the statement very strongly that if they start killing people like they have in the past, we will get involved. We'll be hitting them very hard where it hurts. And that doesn't mean boots on the ground, but it means hitting them very, very hard where it hurts.
And after last year's strikes by both Israel and the US in the short but devastating 12-day war, the regime is weaker than it's ever been. But the security forces and their henchmen are numerous and under orders, and there are no indications that they are ready to relent. Diana Magnay, Sky News.